People count. You count. And you can count on us to deliver real people stories from around the territory. This is People Count.
Hi there, and welcome to People Count. Today on the show we have Major Clay Gardner from the Denver Centennial Corps in the Intermountain Division. Hello there, Major Clay.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good.
Tell me a little bit about the Denver Centennial Corps.
The Denver Centennial Corps sits on the corner of two major boulevards, and we just have lots of visibility, which is nice. And it just so happens we sit kitty corner on this major intersection from a local middle school.
Nice. So your People Count story was actually about that middle school, right?
Yeah, we have kind of a unofficial relationship with them because probably about 30 of their kids walk over and sit in our parking lot every day and wait for their parents to pick them up. And so there was that kind of a thing. But then just recently we got a call from the principal of the school saying that they'd like to meet with us, and they just said to see how they might work with us. And it was I don't know, it was a little cryptic. We didn't really know exactly what it was that they were talking about, but anyway, we scheduled a meeting and they came, and it turned out to be a really good meeting.
Nice. So I saw that you also mentioned that there's something about an after-school care, right?
Yeah, so one of our goals here, because you ask about our Corps, one of the things about our Corps is that it's nearly 20,000 square feet.
Oh, wow.
And it's just a lot of space, and it's basically two halves. There's about 9,000 square feet, 9,500 square feet downstairs, and about 9,500 square feet upstairs. And upstairs is almost, well, you could play basketball down the hall or whatever, because there's just nobody up there. So we're looking for something to do, and it just seems ideal for an after-school type program.
Nice. So is that something you're hoping to do kind of in tandem with the middle school?
Well, we weren't initially. We were thinking more, there's a couple of elementary schools within a mile of us, and so we were thinking, probably the middle school is not going to be terribly interested because kids are starting to get old enough to stay home alone, and so I don't know what our draw there would be, and that's where we kind of got surprised by this meeting with the principal and one of the other staff at the middle school.
Nice.
So what happened is that they told us some ways that they've worked with us in the past. And for instance, we have kind of a community garden, and they have a greenhouse, and so they provided people who were gardening starter plants with tomatoes and peppers and squash and things like that. And so that's one of the things that they wanted to do with us. And then they were talking about the possibility of doing maybe like a food drive for us. Apparently they did a really successful food drive for us in the past, and of course we're up for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's great. And then they told us that one of the issues that they face is that parents of elementary school age kids whose children are now in 6th grade, they're at the school, and there's no after school program at the middle school other than maybe some clubs. And I don't know how many clubs the kid can belong to, but anyway, so they were wondering if we might be willing to open our doors and maybe provide some tutoring space and people, and we were, it just, I don't know, it was the last thing we expected, and but we couldn't have hoped for anything more because we already had scheduled that afternoon a meeting with the social services consultant and his assistant from DHQ to come down and help us to do the paperwork to get a licensed after school program started. But we didn't have any people yet. But the middle school is even contacting the parents and letting them know that we're willing to do this, we're willing to provide this, and to see if there's any interest. And rather than having them come see us, they're having them contact them, which is a very safe thing for parents. And so anyway, it was just really exciting. And then the folks from DHQ came down, and we did a walkthrough on the building, and we showed them our resources. And anyway, it just seems like the perfect fit, and it's very exciting.
Yeah, that's really cool timing on God's part.
Yeah, it was a great Friday.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. That's really cool.
You're very welcome.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Sometimes there's a need right across the street from where we are, and it's great to see that the Denver Centennial Corps is able to reach out to that need. Thanks for watching People Count. We'll see you next time.